Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I thought I would throw myself under the bus and have a look at my unfinished games, the games that I haven't either been good enough or not been able to complete for whatever reason. But since starting the Discord, having a look at some of the games that you guys have been doing, it's really inspired me to kind of jump back in, have a look at some of those games and see if I can finally get them over the line. Let's have a look. So welcome back to the profile and to my unfinished games. So what I thought I'd do is start at the very bottom this time as opposed to the norm where we're kind of at the top. I've just listed it in percentage order. We'll pick it up from at the very bottom and just kind of work my way up until we start to hit those 100%. Maybe having a look at the games that I haven't done and for what reason. Maybe I can explain that a little. Maybe you could give advice on maybe some of these games as to how I could do them as well. I'm very open to that. But also we could maybe play a little game with it, so you can maybe throw some suggestions at me in the comments in the Discord as well as games you'd maybe like me to go in and do for different reasons, whether that be a crazy challenge or it might be to finish off a series or something. Yeah, I mean, for the most part the Discord has been incredible, as I always say. But it's been a bad thing in terms of unfinished games, which is why I wanted to do this video, because I felt like I really had it under control and I was generally playing 3-4 games at tops, usually from different genres as well, just in case I got bored I could kind of flip between them kind of thing. But seeing you guys doing these games, it's making me want to do it, and then I'm getting help off some of you as well, which is really good, and that's then added to the games I'm already playing, and it's getting a little bit crazy, but I want to try and clean this up as best we can. I'm closing in on 95%, so looking in on some of these games, if I can bring some of these up, who knows what we can do with it. But yeah, let's kind of go through then, and I'll tell you kind of the benchmark that I usually set myself. So I mean, I'm not a big basketball person. It's all right. I don't mind the games. I just played NBA 2K16 because it was free and no other reason. And as you all know, it's very, very difficult because of the online. Although there's probably one or two more trophies I could get. I mean, the game's unobtainable. I can't platinum it now anyway. There's probably a couple of other trophies I could get if I wanted to. However, I kind of left it as it is. This is kind of the benchmark. So when I play a game now, if for whatever reason I don't think I can get the platinum, if it's unobtainable, I still play these games. I would never put a game off just because I couldn't achieve it. But I always like to now get an A rank and over 50%. Again, just a little bit of OCD kind of playing its part, but if I can kind of get it above NBA 2K16, I'm generally quite happy. But there was a downside to that as well, because I then had such a backlog and I was just burning through my games as quickly as I could to get to the next one, that I wasn't finishing them off completely, and I do regret it a little bit, because as you'll see, there's a lot of games here which really I should be finishing, but I got them to like 60, 70, 80%, whatever, and I was thinking, yeah, quite happy with that done. But yeah, I want to clean them up, so without any more waffling, let's move on. So yeah, NBA 2K16, can't get it. Black Ops 3, I really enjoyed. As you can see, 51 of 99 trophies. I'm not too far away from the platinum in actual fact. It is really just a lot of the zombies stuff really, and the DLCs, a lot of zombie stuff as well. That's very similar with World War II. All the Call of Duty games, yeah, I either have the platinum for them or I'm very, very close. And it's usually just the zombies and then the DLC packs, which makes it seem like you're a million mile away. Another shout out for excellence, but I might have to hit you up, buddy, on that offer of getting those trophies. You seem to get 1,000 a day from the Call of Duty games, so yeah, I'll hold you to that. Stray, I'm actively playing, so I won't talk about that too much as should I finish it, because I will be. It's something I'm currently playing at the moment. I've finished the story. I've even got that chapter 2 trophy out of the way, which was a little awkward for some people. It probably took me 30 tries. It wasn't as straightforward as some say. It's really just a speed run, a couple of collectibles. Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. Yeah, I could probably do this. I know I could do it anyway. It's only a 2 out of 10. It just needs a bit of patience. But because I'd played like Man of Medan and I'd played you know, A Little Hope and things like that. I don't know if I was just a little bit burnt out, so I really only played it once. I did a little bit of chapter select when I intended to finish it off, and I kind of come away from it. But maybe that one. Infinite Warfare is the same as the others, so yeah, I won't delve too much into that. It's really just the zombie stuff. Shadow of the Colossus, I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it's one of the top 10 games of all time, like I've heard some people say. It is really just the same thing, you know, A to B, you know, Colossus back to the beginning to the next one. There wasn't too much in it for me, really. I enjoyed it, but there wasn't enough there for me to go back in and do the requirements at the time. But that's something maybe I can have a look at. Battlefield Hardline, I need 1 trophy. Really annoying because the servers are dead on that now. There's a trophy, I believe it's like 25 double-barreled shotgun kills and then a Mac, like an Uzi type gun, 25 kills as well. But when it comes to me playing it, the game was just dead at this point, so there wasn't too much I could do. Gran Turismo Sport, hate it. You know, why put Formula 1 records tied to, why would you tie Formula 1 records to the online? You know, you've got like Schumacher's finishes. I think it's Senna's podiums and like Barrichello's number of races. I wouldn't mind if you could kind of jump in and out, but the problem with Gran Turismo's online is it's scheduled events and you're kind of having to wait a lot, and it does ruin kind of your rhythm or your momentum, and it just really kind of killed me off quite quickly. Man of Medan, similar to House of Ashes, yeah, played it through, and then I knew there was a trophy that required to play with someone else. At that time nobody else had it. I do have a friend now that will be able to play this with me, so I'm kind of hoping we can go through that together, you know, have a fun time and hopefully get the trophies as well, which would be quite nice. And yeah, maybe we could do that with the other ones as well, who knows. Res 6, this is the first one then that's actually a platinum but unfinished. Yeah, not one of Resident Evil's greatest games. I think you'd all agree with me. It was a little bit action oriented, a bit bombastic for what Resident Evil should be. I didn't mind it too much. I thought it was a bit weird how you kept changing between sets of 2 characters. I think there might have been 8 characters overall. Yeah, it was alright, but yeah, there's loads of DLC. And Arkham City, I've said it on a couple of videos. I enjoyed Arkham Asylum so much, I was just in a hurry to play through them all, and yeah, I kind of just burnt through it really, but that is one I definitely should go back to. World War Z, some of the higher difficulties were just really getting to me, so I kind of come away from that. But I will be fair, I've never really played it with a god squad, if you like. It's always just been mucking about. Usually if I've had a couple of beers with friends, we're just on having a bit of a laugh. Never really try hard at it, if you will. So it could be something I maybe try again. Monster Hunter World, so I thoroughly enjoy this game. It's great, and do you know what, the 300 hours doesn't even put me off. What has stopped me from carrying on with it is I've probably put 50 hours, let's say, trying to get a miniature crown to get, because kind of what I did was when I was playing it, I filtered the trophies from rarity order just to kind of get an idea of what I could achieve next, and the next one in the list is achieve a miniature crown. Been doing everything I possibly can to get one, and no joy. So if any of you out there can tell me how I could maybe get one to spawn quicker, if there's a way of increasing the chances. I have read stuff online, but it just doesn't seem to be working for me. But yeah, I would quite happily go back to Monster Hunter. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero, so again, yeah, there was no platinum with this, so I wasn't really too fussed on going for all the trophies, and I got it to 61%, it was an A rank, I just kind of moved on. And Beyond Two Souls is quite similar to the Dark Pictures games. I just got a little bit annoyed of, you know, replaying the same chapters without being able to skip any of the scenes. And yeah, again, I just played Heavy Rain, I just played this, and I was looking forward to Detroit. Kind of played a lot of these option-based, you know, like Consequences type games, and I think it was just maybe a little bit of burnout. So, to my greatest franchise series of all time, and it upsets me that I don't have this, but that damn jump trophy, man, like, what is all that about? It's horrible. It's just awful. Did the one for, I think it's 100 jumps, but then you've got the one for 1,000. I know there's people downloading scripts and allowing their their computer to do the jumps for them and all that kind of stuff just to get it done. But if you're doing this legit, you are some kind of god, honestly. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. So there's a couple of other trophies. I think it's getting like Excalibur 2 in 12 hours. And one or two other ones which I kind of left because I couldn't do the jump rope stuff, so I didn't want to waste my time getting those and then just being left with one trophy. I think that would have bugged me even more. Back to you. There's not much to say about. It's just a bit of fun with the lads. Again, a couple of drinks, bit of fun, loads of jokes, loads of laughs. It's a game I would go back to. If we could get everybody on, if you're watching it, lads, we need to do it again because it is, and I know you'll agree with me, it's so much fun. So another game that I've got the platinum on, but not 100%, and it's quite similar with a lot of people, which is Final Fantasy 15. So much DLC, and also you've got, is it Comrades? I might be getting the DLC packs mistaken, but one of them, it's kind of now moved to its own trophy list. I know you can kind of download previous patches and do the trophies, and there's a workaround. I just kind of couldn't be bothered, I suppose, so it does frustrate me that I'm not going to get the 100% really. Alien Isolation, too scary, played it once, never again. Honest to God, like, I don't mind a horror, but yeah, similar reason I won't play Outlast. I mean, I'd play it. I'm not that much of a scaredy cat. I'm not Sparky, but yeah, I mean, I love the game. I thought it was absolutely incredible, and the AI, the xenomorph is just insanely intelligent, and you think you're safe, and you're just not. And the fact that you don't really have any way of combating, or like defending yourself, a bit like Outlast, you're a little bit helpless. You just have to run away, hide. It really increases those levels of intensity and everything else. But yeah, phenomenal game, really, really good. Ultimate Alliance 2. Something again I just played because I'm a huge Marvel fan, but yeah, apparently I've got a Joker t-shirt on because someone asked me to wear DC. But yeah, so it's a really good game. I kind of played it because big Marvel fan. I just wanted to enjoy it, and I didn't look too much at the trophies at the time. But me and a friend have planned to go back in. We would have been playing it if it wasn't for Turtles coming out, which we then moved on to. So hopefully I can get back to this because it is a lovely little ultra rare as well. Tennis World Tour. I talked about this on one of the reviews I've done because I'm not sure who it was now, but they'd done Tennis World Tour 2, so I did ask questions how that one was against this one. It's such a grind, and I've kind of made a huge mistake as well, because I generally, when I play games, I like things to be authentic, realistic, so I'll put anything on kind of full. So I don't know, for example, F1 that I'm playing at the minute, if I was going to do a season, I'll put it on full, 60 odd laps. It's just I prefer the realism. Similar to this, I put it on 5 set matches, and yeah, it's taken a long time, and because I'm kind of grinding coins out to buy all of the equipment, which is your shirt, your shorts, your socks, trainers, your sweatbands, cap, rackets, there's a big list of things that you need to purchase. I actually thought the money reward would have been higher for playing it on 5 sets, and it isn't. You still get the same money, so I could have just been playing on 3 games, 3 sets, and just kind of burned through. So I've kind of messed up a bit, but I'm that far through now. I'm so many seasons in. I don't know if it'd actually be worth starting again now. It's difficult to say, but it is a 0.86%, so I might need to, get back to it. Red Dead 2. So other than The Witcher 3, maybe, which is another game we're going to come to, it's probably the one game on my list I wish I had the platinum for, and something that I do feel jealous, envious, whichever, when I see it on other people's. I really need to do it. It's such a masterpiece, one of my favourite games of all time. It definitely deserves my time. I mean, I'm currently 110 hours through, Lego Star Wars, with about 10 hours left. So if I can put that amount of time into a Lego game, surely I could do it with Red Dead. Doom, another platinum, but not at 100% unfortunately because of the DLC. Really enjoyed it. Look forward to playing Doom Eternal. And yes, Sparky, I'm going to buy it. It's on sale. I'm going to buy it. Sorry. Doom Eternal. I'm going to buy it. But yeah, Doom, really enjoyed it. It's just crazy fun. yeah, I only have good things to say about Doom. But yeah, DLC getting in the way yet again. Dragon Age Inquisition, absolutely love the game. It was phenomenal. The only trophy that I'm missing is for doing it on the, is it Nightmare? And then I believe there's another trophy for pleasing the Orlesian court. I made a little mistake when I was on my easy playthrough, so I'll have to kind of do that next time. It is a game I'll go back to. I absolutely love Dragon Age, brilliant. Fireteam, another game a bit like Stray that I'm currently playing, so don't judge me too much on this one for being at 67%. It is a game I bought on release, kind of played for a bit of fun. But similar to World War Z, although I've gone back in now with like MI8 player and a couple of other friends, my boy Wilco was playing with us last night. We've never really had a good chance to go at these higher difficulties just yet. So we're kind of catching some of the lads up who've just started, leveling the weapons up, the kits, getting used to the game, the level layouts, and then we're going to try it on, what is it, intense, expert, insane. We'll give it a go. I'm not sure if we'll ever get it, but we'll give it a good try. Bioshock, really enjoyed. I've still got the second and third one to play, and this is going back 2 years now. I don't know why I stopped. I think it's again just because of the backlog. Before PS Plus came out, I had over 100 games that I've paid for, so it's not games on a wish list and things like that. Genuinely, whether it be physical or digital, I've got so many games sat there and I wanted to play them and get my money's worth, and that's why a lot of these are not at 100%, unfortunately, because I've tried to move on with them, but now it's bugging me when I see all you guys absolutely smashing it. But yeah, Bioshock I enjoyed. It's just the trophies for not using like the chambers and doing it on hard and things. I need to do that. Resi 7, some DLC to do, and then in the main game I've got 2 trophies, which is collecting all the coins on Madhouse and then just doing it on Madhouse. I've done all the hard work really in terms of getting like the circular saw and like the Masters of Defense and things where you can like walk a bit quicker. So I've heard the beginning is a little hard, fighting Mia when you've only got the pistol, but when you eventually get into the box and things like that and you've got your gear, it becomes a little more manageable, to say the least. Mortal Shell, don't even get me started on the no shell run. I probably didn't have enough attempts, if I'm being honest, but I had a few tries. It was really upsetting me just getting killed in one hit, and I was just like, nah, I'm done. I don't mind difficult games, I've done plenty of them, but I just felt like I didn't have a chance. Maybe I just need to get good, but yeah, maybe one day. I did buy the DLC as well. I had a little go of that. It was not too bad, but yeah, I should go back to it. Final Fantasy X, another game that I'm actively playing, so yeah, I've got so many that are ongoing. I need to try and calm down and get some finished really before I add any of these others in, because I've also got some new games that I want to implement as well. But Final Fantasy X, absolutely love it. Again, being Final Fantasy being my favourite series, I really want to get this done. I've technically done all requirements for the Platinum when I played it not long ago on a PS2, and then I kind of got burnt out playing it again, but I'm back on it. I haven't got much left. I've just captured all, if you watched my monthly update, which was 2 months ago now, I was working through the monster arena. I've now captured 10 of every monster, so what I'm doing now is killing each of them so we can spawn Nemesis, we can kill Nemesis, a couple of Dark Aeons left, kill those, kill Penance, and then we can do Don Tombury with the AP to overdrive trick, and then max the sphere grid out. So hopefully we can get that done soon enough. Crash 4, don't want to talk about it, way too hard. Way too hard. I've done Crash 1 recently. I kind of pushed myself to go back in and get that one done. I'd already done 3, 2 I still need to do, but I went back in and done 1. Really proud of myself for that, because it did cause me a lot of problems. I know there's people out there now flexing, going, oh yeah, easy, 2 out of 10. It is not, absolutely not at all. But yeah, the Insane Trilogy is difficult, really difficult, and then Crash 4 is just a different level altogether. Sniper Elite 4, we'll ignore the DLC, we'll just talk about what I need, which is doing it on authentic difficulty. I know there's a way you can get around it. I wanted to try and do it properly, but yeah, it's so difficult to judge where your bullets are going, that I might need to use the method. So I'm well aware of a way you can do that, which I won't touch on too much here, but yeah, I'll certainly have a look into that. Phantom Pain, another one of my all-time favourites. I absolutely love this game, and then I started working through the S ranks and I got a little bit burnt out, I think, and it does bug me because one of my good mates has this done and it winds me up, every time I see his trophy list, so I should really get back into it. Typo Man, what a game, by the way. There's people probably looking at this now going, Typo Man, what's this nonsense? But it's actually really good. So, I mean, I don't even know how I could explain it. So it's a 2D kind of side-scroller platformer, and you kind of, how do we explain it? So kind of using spelling and creating words, you are able to kind of traverse the environment. So it's not always like this, but as an example, there could be a huge gap and then there are letters kind of stacked up and you can spell bridge and then it will form a bridge in said gap, and then you can kind of move on. The reason I haven't done it is there is a trophy for spelling like over 300 words and doing it without dying less than 5 times. Sorry, yeah, you can't die more than 5 times is what I wanted to say. So I kind of didn't go back in, but I think I should. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, platinum the 3 games, but I didn't play it on Insane Insanity. I'd never played Mass Effect before. It's something that kind of went over my head when it originally came out, and I just wanted to enjoy Shepard's journey. I didn't know how difficult it would be, but I didn't want to be bogged down with a crazy difficulty when I just wanted to really take in the story. And I'm kind of glad, because although I'm going to have to go back and play them again, I really, really enjoyed it, and playing it at my own pace, I got the best out of it anyway. Streets of Rage 4, need a few S ranks, and getting like 5 million score, nothing too major. Dead Island, I'm only a couple of trophies away actually. It's mainly just DLC. I think it's playing like chapter 1 with all 4 characters, a couple of other daft ones, but nothing too major. Days Gone, we've got the platinum, but it's just those challenges and then the new game plus. World of Final Fantasy, I need to go back. So I keep saying Final Fantasy is my favourite series, and then I'm missing all the games. Blimey. There's actually not too much to do in this. I know it's 10 trophies, but to actually look at it, it's not too much at all. It's just kind of collecting all the monsters, a couple of fights in the Colosseum. But yeah, I could probably go back into that. Battlefield 5, I say I'm actively playing it. It's still installed, but I haven't played it for a little bit, and I'll explain why in a second. But I come away from that and I started playing another first-person shooter, but I'll hopefully get back into it. I just need 500,000 score, and then I think it's 5 kills where you need to kill 5 people who are on a mounted gun, which is the rarest trophy. It's a little bit fiddly. Yeah, nothing too much. Vice City, it's that, I don't even know what it's called now, my mind's gone completely blank, but you guys will know what it is. It's regarding the rate, like the criminal rating, something about the cannoli maybe. I don't want to click into it, guys. I do apologise, because it's going to take me back up to the top of the page, and I've played for nearly 500 games, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, of course. But yeah, there's not too much else to do. A couple of stunt jumps, things like that. But yeah, we're not far away from it. God of War 3, I think, is it doing it on a harder difficulty, and then there's a labyrinth kind of area where you've got to do the level without dying. That is what I need. So I should really do it. Metro Last Light. So I will do this one. I've only recently just gone back in and done Metro 2033 because I bought Exodus, so I plan to go back in and do these two before I started that. So I've done 2033. I will pick this one up very, very soon because I do enjoy the Metro games. I think they're very, very good and underappreciated. Some very, very cool mechanics. Trackmania Turbo, yeah, I mean, I was pulling my hair out, to be honest, on some of the later tracks. it just started to get a little bit too ridiculous. So that's the reason I stopped. Peggle, for similar reasons, yeah, just some of the levels I couldn't do, but I should probably do that as well. And Heavy Rain, a bit like the other, like the Dark Pictures games, and then, you know, the like Beyond Two Souls, and we'll also see Detroit. I haven't platinumed them, I think, really, if I think about it. You know, not including a Telltale game, you know, we know they have choices, but I think Until Dawn is probably the only one I've done. I don't know, I do enjoy the games, I think they're brilliant first time around, but there's something about just going back in and seeing the same scene over and over again. I know there's often efficient ways of doing it, where you can do it in such a way that you're not seeing too much of it too often, but yeah, they did bug me a little. Res 5, I need one trophy, and I don't know why I haven't finished it. So I literally need to S rank about 4 more missions, nothing major, and that I think unlocks something in the shop which I can buy or unlock, and that gives me I can't remember if it's like an emblem or if it's a tyre for Chris or something crazy, but that'll unlock the trophy and in turn the platinum. And I've got all the infinite ammo stuff for the guns, I can just fly through and annihilate everything. It's very, very easy, but for whatever reason I stopped. Prototype, I've said this on a previous video as well, because they've done this. I'm not far off it, and I've done a lot of the difficult stuff as well, which is like the platinum medals for everything, which took a long time. It's really just a 53,000 infected, doing it on hard and then doing it without dying, but you can do that on easy, and I love this game, so I should do it. So we've got a Call of Duty game that's actually platinumed, but again, DLC, a lot of zombie stuff. Yeah, I've never, I mean, up until now, I'm going to seem really sad here, I've not had any friends. No, up until now when we've done the Discord, I've never really had people I can approach and get like a good squad together. It's just usually with a couple of mates. Sometimes they not owned the game, or they didn't fancy it as well, so I've never really been able to get a team together for them. Whereas now, the group that we've got is great. You know, everyone helping each other with stuff, and you know, maybe I can put a squad together to get some of these done. Assassin's Creed 3, it's just the DLC, and then I think, because the DLC from the original launch title, it's kind of packaged in with the main trophy list this time. So I've done the main story, I think there's like 1 trophy left, and then just play the DLC really. Connor bored me that much, I had to stop. The Division, Platinum, it's just DLC. Crash 2 I will go back to, as I say, I've just done 1, I've done 3 already, so I'll try and do 2, and then if I'm that insane, I might try 4 at some point. F1 2019 I got into quite late, I picked it up for about £6 and it was a little bit dead, so there's a trophy for playing in like a league match I can't get because no one's playing, and obviously I can't level up as well online because no one's playing, so that's a bit of a shame. Ukulele, really enjoyed it, good little game. There's just no way of tracking all of the quills and things like that, so it got a bit monotonous, repetitive, just kind of mooching around looking for quills. I know you can follow guides, but I'm just thinking, you know, following like 5 I think there's 5 worlds and they're usually around an hour long, like 5 1-hour guides just to watch it all. I thought, nah, I'll just move on. But I did enjoy it, and if there was a more efficient way of getting the collectibles, maybe I would go back in, but yeah, I haven't. Team Sonic Racing, this is another one I'm playing at the moment. Really enjoying it, but it is hard. I really don't think that the 4 out of 10 is fair. People are probably going to come chasing me when I say this, but I actually think it's potentially as difficult as Crash Team Racing. And I think just because some of the challenges are ridiculous, like the drifting trials through the gates, collecting the coins, some of the ones where you've got to break down all the Eggman, like Robotnik's little minions, to accumulate like a score, they're hard. And then you've got the adventure mode where you're having to rely on your teammates, which is just the worst. You know, you can win a race, I'm playing as Sonic at the moment, and then Tails and Knuckles come last and you still lose. You know, it's just a difficult game, I would say, and if I can get this done, I mean, look at the rarity, I think that speaks volumes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a free game not too long ago, so that could have diluted that a little, but yeah, it's really difficult. Maybe you guys could tell me different or give me some tips, who knows. Rayman, yeah, am I actively playing it? I am now, I suppose. So my boy Flick, well, I say my boy Flick, he's just cheated on me actually, and had his trophy list reviewed off someone else because he didn't want to wait. I'm only messing, Flick. I love you really, but no, Flick was kind enough to go in and set a low score on one of the daily challenges, so I could go in and beat it 30 times. So now I've done that, I'll maybe go back in. I've got a few of the teensies to collect. Is it 1,000,000 lums? A couple of cups to grab, and then the level of awesomeness. So I'm going to slowly grind away at that. Arkham Asylum, it's just challenges again, but they're quite difficult. I've said it on loads of videos where people have got the platinum and it bothers me because I do really like Batman. You know, I don't love him or DC as much as Marvel. You know, it's not even close, not even a bit. But no, I love Batman. I think he's great. Probably my favourite DC character by, I want to say, a mile. I love Superman, but he's maybe a little bit, he's just too overpowered, isn't he? You know, I think that's the issue. He's just unfairly written, so it's, I don't know. But yeah, Batman's probably my favourite. I love the game, so I really should get them done. Division 2, not much left to do in there either. Some DLC, and then it's collecting like a full set of cards, doing all the missions on hard. Borderlands I've got the platinum for, but it's just DLC. Need to beat Chromorax, and there's a few of those DLCs where, if you guys remember, you've got to collect, can we say panties, pizzas, something else. There's some weird items that you kind of just running around this area shooting all of these little, are they the claptraps? Shooting little claptraps, and they've just got a random chance of dropping said items. But yeah, it's like knickers, pizzas, fish balls. Yeah, there's some very random items, but yeah, I've got those trophies to get anyway. Black Flag, the online, couldn't get games, so I stopped playing. Other than that, I still need to level up the Jackdaw and beat the 4 legendary ships. I kind of left that because I couldn't get games online, and I didn't want to just be left with those trophies. Crash Team Racing, yeah, when we've just talked about it with Team Sonic Racing, but yeah, some of the time trials are just an absolute joke. Zombie, it's just is it like a standard and then a hard mode? It's the last 2 difficulties anyway, I know I need to do. Unravel, I need the collectibles and then doing the levels without dying. And then we've got another, you know, Dark Pictures game, which I don't need too much on this one. It's obviously the highest in terms of percentage that I've done out of the Dark Pictures games. I need to get, what are their names? John and Angela? Could be, I think it is. John and Angela. I think they've got a relationship trophy, and they don't get too many moments to kind of lift it, if you like. So you've got to really, you know, I don't know, you've got to really make it count when you get the opportunities, and I keep messing up. And then there's a couple of others, but they're very easy to do. I've actually got it installed at the minute. A really good friend was helping me with it, so hopefully we can get it done. Stranger of Paradise upsets me that I logged in the other day and I'd seen 100% is now 83%, and yeah, so we've got like the Bahamut DLC. I quite enjoyed the base game, it was pretty fun. I look forward to going back in, but I haven't looked too much into what other content is coming, so £20 for the Bahamut DLC at this time might be a bit steep. I'll maybe see what the plan is. I don't know if they've announced the whole thing, but there must be more stuff, right? I mean, they can't sell something as a season pass if it's just a Bahamut DLC. I don't know. We'll see. So there's Detroit, highest one out of the Quantic Dream games. Not much to do on that, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much, I don't want to spoil much. Probably having loads of games anyway without any warnings, but there's not too much to do, just a few different endings and getting people killed. You know how these games work. Jurassic World Evolution, so we'll start seeing a few platinums now, so we're getting close to 100%, but it's usually just a few DLCs that have kind of, you know, got in the way. So Jurassic World Evolution, absolutely loved it, loved the films, loved dinosaurs. Yeah, I was sold. I love world builders and managing like parks and stuff, so yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. It's just a few DLC stuff. Ghost of Tsushima, unbelievable game. The Adventures of Lord Sakai, yeah, unbelievable game. I have nothing but good things to say. Probably too many foxes, but that's not really a complaint. They maybe could have varied things a little bit with a few different things, but yeah, I just loved the lack of like HUD. You know, it was so beautiful to look at, and kind of navigating your way using the wind instead of having horrible big markers on the screen and things like that. Such a stunning game. I really should go back in and do the Legends mode, which is what's missing. And New Game Plus, of course. Far Cry 5, there's some zombie stuff in the DLC and New Game Plus, but again, it's a platinum. Same with Dying Light, we've got some DLC stuff, but we've got the platinum. And also the same for Remnant. So I've said a few times about Remnant, absolutely loved the game, I thought it was phenomenal. We've just got a couple of trophies in the DLC packs, but then the survival mode to do as well. Witcher 3, yeah, my top 5 games of all time, absolutely love it. I just need to go back and do it on Deathmarch, collect the Gwent cards, and then there was a trophy that glitched on me actually, which was for the horse race, and it didn't pop. And then my screen went black, couldn't see anything, I had to turn it off, went back on, my game had auto-saved, I didn't have a previous save, and yeah, I couldn't get the trophy basically, it put me past the point of the race, and yeah. Outer Worlds, I really like this game, I do need to go back in and do it on Supernova, and I think there's like one other trophy regarding like siding with one of the factions, something like that, but nothing too major, just DLC stuff other than that. And Darksiders 3, there's not much to do as well, some DLC stuff, and then it's I think is it doing it on Apocalyptic, and then there's getting 666 kills in like Havoc mode. I might just be making words up at this point, you know, Armageddon, Apocalyptic, Havoc mode, it's something like that. I think I got it right, but yeah, there's not too much to do, and I really enjoyed the game, so this is certainly something that I could maybe look at as well. Modern Warfare, so this is another game I'm playing at the moment, borrowed it off my good friend Paul, so he saved me 30 quid, really appreciate that, buddy. It's just a veteran playthrough at this point, and then also I'll do the survival stuff just to get the 100%, I think, and that was one of the reasons I come away from like Battlefield 5. I wanted to sort of play this really. Ni no Kuni 2, absolutely loved the game, loved going through and getting the platinum on this. It was a long one, but I enjoyed every minute of it. There is just a few challenges in this kind of Colosseum battle arena in the DLC. Neo, thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think it's a 5 out of 10, I think it's higher than that. Again, there's probably these like Souls-like players watching now going, BA, it's a 2 out of 10. Yeah, nah, not at all, and it's certainly not a 5 in my eyes. I mean, it's just some missions I really struggled on, I'm not going to lie. Had some real problems with some of the bosses. Is it Hino Enma, the second one? I think that's what she's called. And yeah, it's like that vampire woman who like screams at you, comes flying in, and there's a lot of like, you know, she paralyzes you, and it's just a horrible fight, especially for the second mission when you're just trying to kind of get used to the game. And yeah, absolutely brutal, but an amazing game. I can't wait to play Neo 2, and I've heard you can create your own character in that one, so that should be good as well. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I had a trophy glitch on me. It's very rare I get bad luck with trophies, and I'll mention the Witcher one, which is probably the only other, but the trophy for collecting everything, is it like 100% or something, like it didn't pop. So I was ready to go back in and do my hard playthrough, and then like the score attacks, and because I then have to play it on hard and do all the challenges stuff again and the collectibles or whatever they are, it just put me off. But I'll probably go back in. Now I'm doing Tomb Raider again, which we'll talk about as well in a moment. I might have to go back to this after. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, not too much to do. I should really go back in. I can't remember exactly what I need, but it's stuff in the simulator, and yeah, nothing too major, and it is a nice ultra rare. Oh, Lego Star Wars. Makes me cry seeing this. I'm honestly sick to death of looking at this game. So if you've been following along in the Discord, or you're any of my close friends, you'll know that I'm near the end of my journey, but it's really, really painful at this point. It's not only put me off Lego, I think, forever, but it's actually making me not want to see Star Wars, and Star Wars is, behind Marvel, probably my favourite thing. I'm sick of seeing it now. No Lego game should be 100 hours. I mean, I'm at 110 hours and I've still got a little bit to do. There's a few mini kits left in the levels, some of the level challenges, that's it. And then in turn I can unlock all of the characters and upgrade all of the classes, but yeah, it's just a little bit too long. Turtles, I'm actively playing. We're not too far away from that. There's only one trophy. I've got 2.5 characters. I'm halfway through leveling up Splinter, and then we've got April and Casey to do, and then that's that done, so not too long. A few DLC stuff with Rocket League. I'm only 3 trophies off 100%, which I'd like to try and do, but there is one for doing like an online MVP thing, and I'm probably not good enough at the game, not compared to some of the absolute gods that you come across on Rocket League. I thought I was pretty average at the game when I used to play with my mates, but when you take it into a one-on-one with some of these people, and they're just, I don't even know what they're doing. I'm just stood watching them just like flying about on the ceilings, just bouncing the ball off the car, and yeah, you can't touch them. It's just it's crazy. Dirt Rally 2, so another platinum, but some DLC getting in the way. Some of them are very, very hard. Some of the time requirements for some of the tracks are pretty brutal. Cuphead, which I absolutely loved, you'll have heard me say a few times, one of my proudest platinums. I did think it was really difficult. There's a lot going on screen. It does require a lot of patience. Although the DLC is very good, I was upset to find they were having one and trophies were going to be attached, because I've lost 100%. I'm hoping I can get it back. If I can do the main game, I can do the DLC. I know some people have said it's a bit trickier, but we can do it. So yeah, they're pretty much all platinums up to where we hit the 100%. But Fallout 4 done as well. Just again some DLC stuff. Grand Theft Auto 5 done. It's just some Doomsday heist nonsense. But yeah, I loved going for the platinum in GTA 5. Also one of my favourite games. We've got Need for Speed, another platinum. It's just DLC stuff, very similar to a lot of profiles we review lately. They've got the platinum, and then it's just some of these trophies for the additional packs. Battlefront really annoys me. It took me long enough to get to level 50, and then they put a trophy and get to level 100. So to say that that's what's stopping the 100%, it does bug me, but there's going to be no way I can get that to level 100 now. We've got Shadow of War, really enjoyed it, another platinum. It's just some DLC stuff again. Operation Tango, I played with my good friend Gibbs. We really enjoyed it. We thankfully didn't kill each other by the end. He only lives around the corner from me, and I was close to going around there and throttling him a couple of times, but we did get there in the end. But yeah, it's just these 2 additional trophies. We'll maybe have to jump back in. Tomb Raider, so I did say I'd mention this. So this was a game I'd given up on, and then 2 brilliant people in the Discord, and Master and User, I've mentioned previously. They were when we done the monthly review, they were kind enough to jump in, help me with some of the online trophies that I couldn't get, because again the lobbies are dead for this now. So all I'm actually left with is getting to level 60 and unlocking like all the characters and equipment, and you can do it solo. It's a little bit boring, is probably the best way to put it, but I'm getting there quite quickly. So there is a mode where you can kind of just bring supplies backwards and forwards, yielding about 27,000 experience per run, which is around 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm kind of getting there. I'm around level 40, 41 at the moment, so you know, we're getting there, and then I'll maybe jump to Rise and see about doing that one. Last of Us Part 2, yeah, it's just the DLC stuff, isn't it? Like the permadeath mode and the grounded. I will go back to that. Concrete Genie, again, every profile, man. These VR trophies, get in the bin. Horizon Forbidden West, let's talk about a proper game, a real good game. Absolutely love it, one of my favourites. Love Aloy, she's one of my favourite characters ever. Yeah, I just love everything about it, the world, the gameplay, it's just so beautiful. And it's just the DLC stuff. I will go back in soon enough, but it hadn't been long since I played Platinum it. I thought I'd maybe wait a bit longer until they've dropped like a DLC that I can play, and then do this as well. Resident Evil 2 done, it's just the DLC stuff. Same with Uncharted 4, we've got the platinum, but we've got those challenges where you have to do them on crushing, getting 3 stars. I could maybe do with a good squad for that. F122, another game I'm actively playing. Everything is done. There are 2 trophies left. Play 50 races online, play 100 races online. So it's just a case of racing now. I've probably raced 20 maybe at this point. The lobbies aren't the greatest, if I'm being honest. It could be smoother. You know, it does take a while to get into a lobby. Sometimes you get one and then you get an error. Sometimes you'll join one where a race has just started. You have to then wait till the end and then the lobby could close. It's just a bit messy. I mean, once you get going, it's not bad. Or if you're the host, pretty good. But yeah, Hell Let Loose was 100%. One of my rarer platinums, actually. I think it is in my top 10 rarest. Easy game, just a huge grind, but they've added these extra maps in now, which I'll have to go back to. Valhalla, it's just some challenges. Platinum the game, 100%ed the Wrath of the Druid, Siege of Paris, and of course the Dawn of Ragnarok, which was really good. It added some really nice elements, gameplay mechanics, because you are Odin, or Havi if you like, which is like High One in this mythology. Yeah, you've got some really good abilities where you can kind of take from the Muspels, so you become immune to like fire, so you can walk through the lava and hide and get out of reach, you know, chests. You can turn into some kind of bird, raven thing, so you can get to out of reach places. There's using like Jotunheim power, so you can, using your bow, teleport to places. It just adds a little bit more. It's not, you know, a lot of people question Assassin's Creed for being a bit samey, but it certainly tries in this one. I thought it was pretty good. I think they did a good job. Watch Dogs Legion, Platinum Day, done the Bloodline DLC. There's just that one trophy for doing it on a harder difficulty, and then we get to the final one. So similar to Shadow of War, I've done the Shadow of Mordor Platinum. It's just DLC trophy, where I've said it a few times now, I don't know the requirements exactly, but you've got to do so much within a certain time to get like a certain rank, and then you kind of, you know, box it off. But yeah, that's all the unfinished games. As I said, I did just want to talk about them so you guys could see what I hadn't finished. You can maybe give me some tips. There might be some games in there that can be done with 2 people or even up to 4 people if you want to help me, or even if you're playing them yourself, you know, hit me up. I like to play games with people, you know, that's kind of my priority. I did do this as a bit of a hobby, but the main purpose was, as I keep saying to the guys in the chats and things, I wanted to just bring people together and play games with people, which is, you know, what it's all about, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been pretty fun to look through it and, you know, kind of throw myself under the bus, as I said at the beginning. You know, a few of you probably having a laugh at some of these as to why I haven't done them. But yeah, it's been really good to look at. As always, I'll leave links in the description to the Discord, so if you want to come and have a chat with like-minded people, we do have a great group of people for that. Also, I will be going back to my trophy list review series, so if you want your list looking at, there is an option to request it in there, or you could just leave me a comment, of course. And I do leave links to my other socials, so if you want to see what other things I do in life, maybe you're interested, maybe not. Yeah, I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, all that good stuff. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, it really helps me out a lot. And whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.